Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijanashaitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shibishagam Vidangscha Antilila chapter 1 texts 3 and 4. On the advice of our temple authorities, today we have selected a special verse to discuss. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antalila, 3 to 4. That's not the one. Sri Rupa Sanatana, see that? Antalila, chapter 1, 3 to 4. Can you take that? Today, the most auspicious disappearance day of 3 of our great Vaishnava Acharyas, Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami, the author of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Srila Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, one of the 6 Goswamis, and Srila Raghunath Das Goswami. These 3 great souls, today we are celebrating their Tirubhav Titi. So we will chant this verse in glorification of the Goswamis. You can make it smaller? Small? Make it smaller. So we will discuss briefly Srila Raghunath Bhatta Goswami's exalted life, and we will reading from Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami's Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. We will discuss some of the glorious pastimes of Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, and in that way honor both Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami and Srila Raghunath Das Goswami. Jai Jai Sri Chaitanya Jai Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jai Gaur Bhakta Brinda Jai Jai Sri Chaitanya Jai Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jai Gaur Bhakta Brinda Jai Jai Sri Chaitanya Jai Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jai Gaur Bhakta Brinda Shri Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jiva Gopal Bhatta Das Raghunath Ei Chai Gurur Karan Charana Bandhan Jaha Hoite Bigna Nash Abhishta Puran Shri Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jiva Gopal Bhatta Das Raghunath Ei Chai Gurura Karan Charana Bandhan Jaha Hoite Bigna Nash Abhishta Puran Shri Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jiva Gopal Bhatta Das Raghunath. Ei chai Guru Karan Charana Bandhan. Jaha hoite Bignana Shabishta Puran. Please chant. Matri Mandali. HI, these HI, these six, Gurura, spiritual masters. You're not chanting? We're supposed to chant. HI, these six, Gurura, spiritual masters. Karan, I offer. Charana Bandhan, prayers to the lotus feet. Jaha hoite, from which Bigna Nash, destruction of all impediments. Abhishta Puran, fulfillment of all desires. I pray to the lotus feet of the six Goswamis, Sri Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath, Sri Jiva Gopal Bhatta Das Raghunath, so that all impediments to my writing this literature will be annihilated and my real desire will be fulfilled. Krishna Das Kaviraja Goswami Ki. There's a purport to this verse by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada, which we will read. If one wants to benefit the entire world, he will certainly find persons like hogs and pigs who will put forward many impediments. And this is the Antalila of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. And Prabhupada is writing this after many years of spreading Krishna consciousness all over the world. This is in Prabhupada's later writing, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antalila. So he's explaining, one will find many persons like hogs and pigs who will put forward many impediments. Well, you have it there, huh? That is natural. But if a devotee seeks shelter of the lotus feet of the six Goswamis, the merciful Goswamis will certainly give the Lord's servitor all protection. It is not astonishing that impediments are placed before those who are spreading the Krishna consciousness movement all over the world. Nevertheless, if we stick to the lotus feet of the six Goswamis and pray for their mercy, all impediments will be annihilated and the transcendental devotional desire to serve the Supreme Lord will be fulfilled. Srila Prabhupada Ki. Air motto Bihagor Lai Bhaktagan Raghunath Milan Abe Shuno Bhaktagan. You don't have to show anything. Don't show anything. Raghunath Milan ebe shuno bhaktagan. Kaviraj Goswami begins to describe the meeting of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Raghunath Das Goswami. And we have selected some portions of this extensive description for recitation today and discussion. On this auspicious day of Kaviraj Goswami's disappearance, in pursuance of the Bhavishyat Bani, the future prediction of Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he explained that the foreigners will come to Sridham Mayapur to learn Bengali language in order to read Chaitanya Charitamrita. So in pursuance of the prediction of Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, today this foreigner will read some Chaitanya Charitamrita. Raghunath Das Goswami was from the village of Shaptagram. Shaptagram at that time was actually the capital of South Bengal. It was a port, and there was many traders visiting Shaptagram, and for that reason it was very wealthy, and the family of Raghunath Das Goswami was very aristocratic and wealthy. And his father, Govardhan Majumdar, and his uncle, Hiranya Majumdar, were very aristocratic, wealthy merchants in Shaptagram. Kaviraj Goswami describes that almost all of the Brahmins in Navadip were patronized and supported by Hiranya and Govardhan Majumdar. Particularly, Gorsunda's father, Mishra Purandra, also had a very intimate relationship with Govardhan Majumdar, and he was supported by the Majumdars. Advaita Acharya also was very intimately related with the two brothers, and they were supporting Advaita Acharya. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in his first attempt to go to Vrindavan, he went to Ramkeli, and he delivered Rupa Sanatan. We have actually described that incident on several occasions here at the lotus feet of Shri Shri Radha Rashbihari. Mahaprabhu, in the plea of going to Vrindavan, he actually went to Ramkeli, and he delivered Rupa and Sanatan, and then he returned to Puri on the advice of Sanatan Goswami. This is not the way to go to Vrindavan with such a large entourage. Mahaprabhu was followed by tens of thousands of Sankirtan performers. So he returned from Ramkeli back to Jagannath Puri at that time for the second time. Shachi Shuto. He remained in Shantipur for some time, the second time. After taking sannyas, he remained in Shantipur for 10 days. And then similarly, upon returning from Ramkeli, he remained in Shantipur for at least a week, 10 days. So at that time, because of the intimate relationship between Advaita Thakur and Govardhan and Hiranya Majumdar, Raghunath Das, who was the son of Govardhan Majumdar, he got special access to the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. At that time he was very young. Not so young, perhaps around about 14 or 15 years old. Even at that time, Raghunath Das, before visiting Shantipur, he was acting like a madman. Nitya Siddha, eternal associate of the Lord. And constantly he was leaving home from Shaptagram and attempting to go to Jagannath Puri. But his father would constantly send men to find him and bring him back. This would happen regularly. So his father had him kept with an arrangement of 11 men. There were 5 watchmen. 5 watchmen. There were 4 personal servants. And there were 2 Brahmin cooks. constantly around Raghunath Das. In this way, he was surrounded by 11 men. So when, when he heard that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had arrived in Shantipur, having returned from Ramkeli, he requested his father, please give me permission to see the lotus feet of Gaur Sundar. If you do not, then I will not be able to sustain my life. So Govardhan Majumdar is also a great devotee. So he conceded, but he sent Raghunath Das with many assistants just to ensure that he came back. So upon arriving and seeing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Prabhur Charane Pore Prema Bishta Hoy, Prabhur Padesh Pasha Koilu Karuna Koriya. On seeing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Prabhu Charane Pore Prema Vishta, he fell down, overwhelmed, Prema Vishta, completely overwhelmed with love of Godhead, seeing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Mahaprabhu seeing him, Prabhu Pade Sparsha Koilo Koruna Koriya. Mahaprabhu touched him with his lotus feet. He was favored by, he was able to associate with Gaur Sundar for that extensive period of time, at least 7 days, and regularly he received the direct Mahaprasadam, the remnants of Gaur Sundar he received from the hand of Advaita Thakur. So Mahaprabhu, he understood the mind of Raghunath Das. Sarvagya Gauranga Prabhu Janitar Mon Shikha Rupe Kohetar Avasha Bachon. Understanding his mind, he gave him some encouraging advice. He said, be patient and return home and don't act like a crazy fellow. Krame krame pai lok bhavashindukul. Krame krame pai. It's a very important and interesting instruction of Gaur Sundar, that krame krame, I mean aste aste, gradually, krame krame pai lok bhavashindukula. We're able to cross over the ocean of material miseries. It's not something that we can instantly do. We have to do this gradually. Markata Bhairagyana Koro Lok Dekhana Jata Jogya Bishoy Bunja Anashakta Hoya. Don't act like a monkey renunciate. In his purport to this verse, Prabhupada explains that the monkeys, they pose themselves as great renunciates because they don't wear clothes. However, they are very busy enjoying with many female monkey sanginis, associates. This is called Markata Vairagya, where one externally poses himself as a great Vairagi, but either internally or secretly he's enjoying all types of sense gratification. So rather than acting in that way, Mahaprabhu advises, Antare Nishta Koro Bhaye Loka Bebohar Achirate Krishna Tomar Koribe Udhar. Antara Nishta Kore, in a very firm way, internally worship Lord Krishna and give your heart to Lord Krishna. Bahede Loka Bebohar. And externally act like an ordinary person. Loka Bebohar. Behave like an ordinary person. Achirate, if you act in this way very quickly, Krishna Tomar Koribe Udhar, Krishna will deliver you. And then Mahaprabhu explained that because he's constantly trying to meet Mahaprabhu in Puri, Mahaprabhu explained that your opportunity will come, but not now. He said that after I visit Vrindavan, Mahaprabhu attempted to go to Vrindavan, and then upon returning he was in Shantipur where this meeting with Raghunath Das occurred. And Mahaprabhu said at that time that after I visit Vrindavan and return, then Krishna will give you an opportunity to reach me and attain my shelter in Jagannath Puri. So hearing this very relevant advice from Gorshundo. Raghunath Das returned to Shaptagram and he behaved like a very ideal householder. In fact, Kaviraj Goswami goes on to extensively describe an incident where there was a financial dispute between Hiranya and Govardhan Majumdar, particularly Hiranya Majumdar, and the local tax collector, Prabhupada describes as a Mohammedan Chaudhary. In the Bangla, he's described as Mlecha. And Prabhupada translates that as Mohammedan Chaudhary, who was the tax collector. And then Hiranya Majumdar, Raghunath Das's uncle, he got the opportunity to collect taxes from the government. So he was collecting 2,000 coins. And he was expected to deposit 1,500 coins with the government, but he was depositing only 1,200 coins and keeping a profit of 800 coins. So the Chaudhary, who lost his position, was very envious of Hiranya Majumdar. So he went he brought the minister, the finance minister of the Muslim government, he brought the finance minister to arrest Hiranya Majumdar, and he wasn't at home. So what did he do? He arrested Raghunath Das. I think this is not an uncommon phenomenon in India, right? You arrest somebody. So he arrested Raghunath Das. And he was very, very rough fellow. And it describes that regularly he would insult Raghunath Das with heavy words. But seeing Raghunath Das, although he wanted to beat him, seeing Raghunath Das's face, he was unable to beat him. So then Raghunath Das, he thought of a way to deal with this, and he began speaking to that Chaudhary. And he's saying, you three brothers, you are like brothers. Sometimes brothers have disputes, and then brothers are enjoying friendly dealings. You are just like my father. In fact, you are a very saintly person. And hearing the words of Raghunath Das, the Muslim Chaudhary, he began crying, and the tears were wetting his beard. So then he released Raghunath Das, and he said, you arrange a meeting. It's actually a little similar to Sanatan's liberation also, where with sweet words and expert diplomacy, Sanatan was able to get himself released from the Muslim captives. So he arranged the meeting. Raghunath Das, Kaviraj Goswami is showing him following Mahaprabhu's instructions, Antara Nishta Koro, Baire Loke Babohar. Just act like an ordinary person, and he's engaged in strategic management and arranging the meeting. And the three men all met, and everything was resolved, and Raghunath was carrying on very ideally in his household affairs. This went on for 1 year. Then again, his desire for attaining the shelter of Gorshunda's Kamal Charan, again, it inflamed in his heart, and regularly he was running away. And Govardhan Majumdar, his father, was sending watchmen to find him and bring him back. His mother commented to Govardhan Majumdar, our son has become mad. We should bind him with ropes. Chain him up. And Govardhan Majumdar responded, Indra, Shama, Aisharja, Stri, Apshara Sham, Aishob, Bandite, Naryaleka, Jarmon. That he has wealth like that of Indradev. And his wife, at that time he was already married, young, he's only 16, his wife must have been 12 or 13. Indra, Shri Apshara Sham, his wife is as beautiful as a heavenly Apsara. If these things, immense wealth, position, aristocracy, a beautiful wife, happy family life, if these things are not able to bind him, what can mere robes do for one who has attained attraction to the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? So then Raghunath Das had heard that Nitai Goshai was present in Panihati. Panihati, not very far from Shabdagram. So Shabdagram, now it's become very much unknown, because the river port there was washed out and silt, and as a result of Shabdagram becoming losing its influence, then Kolkata became the capital of West Bengal. That was prior to Kolkata. But you can still visit Shabdagram. It's near, if you travel Navadip, Howrah Navadip train, you'll go through Bandel station. Shabdagram just a few kilometers from there. And Panihati also not very far. So Raghunath Das, he went to Panihati. Panihati grame pailo prabhura darshan kirtaniya shebok shange ar bahujan. He saw Nitai Goshai at Panihati Gram, surrounded by numerous kirtan performers and other followers. Ganga tire brikka mule pindar upare boshi ache jena koto shurjodaya kore. On the bank of Ganga, sitting on some rocks, at the base, at the roots of a bodgach, brikka tree, Boshi Achen, Nitai Goshai was sitting with an effulgence like hundreds of thousands of rising suns. You can still visit this holy place in Panihati. You can still see the bodgach under which Nitai Goshai was sitting at that time with his associates. Recently, ISKCON acquired a very beautiful property just a few meters from this holy place. And we are building a project there, a temple, a guest house, and we will also make a beautiful ghat commemorating. And there's a very special place, Panihati. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself remained in Panihati as described by Vrindavan Thakur for 3 months, associating with the devotees. Nitai Goshai regularly performed lila in Panihati. That tree is still there. That place has become more of like a meeting place, like a park. There is Gorsundar Gorgodadha Mandir there, but we have great vision. The ISKCON, our project there will be very beautiful, and we will recreate the transcendental environment, and we invite all the Gaur Bhaktagan, all the devotees of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to regularly visit Panihati Gram and hear these glorious pastimes of Nitai Goshai and Raghunath Das Goswami. In fact, Srila Prabhupada, he ordered the devotees to develop a boat which would leave from Babughat, which is near Howrah Station, Babughat, and the boat would go heading for Sri Dham Mayapur, and Prabhupada said on the way the boat should stop at Panihati Gram. And we are, in pursuance of Prabhupada's instructions, we are developing this project. The boat and Panihati Gram being developed, and in this way you can, in a very transcendental way, with a performance of Kirtan and Hari Kotar, we can take a boat trip to Mayapur, take darshan of Panihati Gram, take some Mahaprasad, and in that way, in a Shubha Jatra, Mayapur darshan. Prabhupada ki. So we should pray for this, that we can see this in our lives and perform this jatra. The devotees of Nityananda Prabhu, they saw Raghunath Das paying obeisances. And they told Nityananda Prabhu, Raghunath Das has come. Shuni Prabhu kohe, chor dilo darshan, I, aj tor kori me dhandan. Hearing that, Nityananda Prabhu, he called out, oh, I'm getting the darshan of the thief. I. Come. Aj tor korima dondan, today I will punish you. Would you, oh Bhaktagan, Gaur Bhaktagan, Krishna Bhaktagan, would you like to hear the punishment that Nitai Goshai gave Raghunath Das? Like to hear that? Listen attentively. It is very sublime. It is the description of the Chira Dahi Mahotsav, which we will touch on a few aspects. You can hear the full narration on the festival day, Panihati festival day, Chira Dahi Mahotsav. That's in around Rath Yatra time, summertime. We'll hear a few. Chira Dahi Dugda Shandesh Ar Chini Kal Kola. Chira Dahi Dugda Shandesh Ar Chini Kola Shob Drabya Anna Chodike Dharila. Raghunath Dasi arranged on the instruction of Nitai Goshai all of the ingredients. The chipped rice, chira, dahi, yogurt, dugda, dut, sandesh, sugar, bananas. There are other items mentioned, which we will discuss later. Yeah. So it's describing many pots he acquired from the market, and two big pots. In one pot, first of all, he boiled the chira in hot milk, and then that was taken. This is the recipe as given by Kaviraj. First boiling in hot milk the chira, and then that chira, having been boiled in milk, is then soaked in dahi with chini and kola, bananas and sugar, as in one pot, big pot. And then in the other pot, the chira was mixed with condensed milk, dugda, condensed milk. Not just milk, that's condensed milk, thick, sweet, condensed milk, along with champakala, banana, that's a special type of banana, and chini, sugar, and ghee, and camphor, kopur were added. Mahotsav nam shune brahmane shojan ashite logira lok ashanka ganan. Mahotsav nam shune, hearing that there is a great festival. Mahotsav nam shune brahmane shojan. All of the society of the Brahmins, ashte logira, they came there. They came there. Lok ashanka ganan. You could not count the number of Brahmins and Vaishnavas that came for the Chira Dahi Mahotsav. So that's very nicely described, that the Brahmin, Nitai Goshai, was sitting on an elevated platform with his intimate associates, and Raghunath Das gave every devotee 2 pots. Nitai Goshai was sitting on the elevated platform with his associates, enjoying, taking the prasad. And then wherever the Brahmins, Vaishnavas, wherever they could find a place, they would sit and they received their 2 pots. One with condensed milk dahi, condensed milk chira, and one with the chira dahi, and they're honoring the prasad. Some Brahmins not finding a place were right at the bank of Ganga, and there they were honoring their chira dahi. And other Brahmins, they actually had to go in the Ganga. There was no place. They were standing submerged in the Ganga with their 2 pots of chira dahi. And in this way, Anandamoy Utsav, a festival which was full of joy, as the devotees were all taking the prasad, and Raghunath Das's servants were aristocratic. Raghunath Das and many assistants were serving the prasadam. So at that time in meditation, Nityananda Prabhu, he bought Gorshunda. Nityananda Prabhabe Kripa Janibe Konjan Mahaprabhu Aina Korea Polina Bhojan. Just consider the potency. Nityananda Prabhav Kripa and mercy. His Prabhav Kripa, his potency and his mercy. Prabhupada translates, who can understand the influence and mercy of Lord Nityananda Prabhu? He is so powerful that he induced Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to come and eat chip rice on the bank of the Ganga. Nityananda Prabhu, accompanied by Gaur Sundar, was wandering throughout the lines of all of the Vaishnavas taking prasadam. And he was taking portion of the prasad from each of the pots of the Vaishnavas, and he was pushing that into the mouth of Gaur Sundar. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, similarly, he was taking portions of the prasad from the and pushing that into the mouth of Nitai Goshai. Only a few exalted persons could actually see this going on. And in this way, the festival was joyfully performed in the presence of Nityananda Goshai and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In the evening, there was sublime pastimes at the house of Raghav Pandit. There's another exalted Tirthashthan at Panihati Gram, the house of Raghava Pandit, where Nityananda Prabhu and Gaur Sundar performed extensive kirtan leela. Regularly, Nityananda Prabhu was visiting the house of Raghava Pandit. You can visit that place and see the deities. Some beautiful leelas performed in the house of Raghunath, of Raghava Pandit in Panihati. So in that evening, kirtan performance at Raghava Pandit's house, and then again prasadam. And then the following morning, Nityananda Prabhu, he came before, Raghunath Das Goswami, he came before Nityananda Prabhu, who again was sitting under the Kalpa Brikha on the bank of Ganga. And he began to speak. Raghunath Das Goswami began to speak. Adham parama mui hina jivodham mor ichha hoy pai chaitanya charan. Although I am the lowest of men, I am the most sinful and fallen and condemned. Nevertheless, I desire to attain shelter at the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Like a dwarf who wants to catch the moon. I've tried my best many times, but I have never been successful. Every time I tried to go away, my home and give up my home relationships, my father and mother unfortunately kept me bound. Tomar kripa bina keho chaitanya na pai, tumi kripa koilo tar adhamer pai. We sang a little earlier that Nitaye koruna hobe braje Radha Krishna pabe dharo nitai charana dhuikani dharo nitai charana dhuikani. Nitaye koruna hobe. We're worshipping the Param Karuna, Parama Karuna, Bahu Dvijon, Nitai Gaura Chandra. And combined, Nitai Gaur, combined, we are worshipping in all of our temples. Prabhupada has given us the combined worship of Nitai Gaur. Actually, even if you visit other Gaudiya temples, you will not see as extensively Nitai Gaur worshipped as we are worshipping in ISKCON. You will see Gaur Gadadha, Panchatattva, Radha Krishna, Nitai Gaur. You see in every ISKCON center. Parama Karuna, Bahu Dvijan, Nitai Gaur, Shab Abata Shiromani, Kebala Ananda Kanda. And when they're together, there's so many instances of the combined mercy of Nitai Gaur. Jogai Madai, Dina Hino Jota Chilo, Hariname Udharilo, Ta Shaki, Jogai Madai. The most fallen. Madai, he threw the pot and hit Nityananda, and blood was pouring over his body. Even such a wretch gets the mercy of Gaur Sundar with the combined mercy of Nitai. And similarly here, he was trying, it's very instructive. Raghunath Das, he's trying again and again. It was a regular thing almost every night. He's running, trying to reach the lotus feet of Gaur Sundar. But only when he got the Nitai Kripa was his desires fulfilled. When he first came and arrived in Panihati, and Nityananda Prabhu saw him, he said, Chor Darshan. What does that mean? Now I'm seeing the thief. I'm seeing the thief. The significance of that analogy is that without going through Nityananda Prabhu, you cannot even, you're a thief. You cannot go directly. And now I will punish you. The thief will be punished. This is the mercy. He got the mercy of Lord Nityananda because he was praying for it. So we see Nitai Gaur, and we're worshipping Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari, Gaud Bhakta Vrinda. We're worshipping this combined, Panchatattva. When TOVP, our TOVP team members are projecting, they're expecting that TOVP will be opened in 2022. That's just a few years. It's just 3.5 years. We're praying that we will all be able to see that momentous occasion. Also, on this occasion, I request you, exalted Vaishnavas, I request you humbly from my heart that we pray together, a whole of our society pray, that His Holiness Jaipataka Swami Maharaj can also witness that. We all need to pray that he remains healthy so he can witness that opening of the TOV. By the mercy and the prayers of the Vaishnavas, this desire can be fulfilled. So in the TOVP, the central altar will be Panchatattva. Central altar, Panchatattva. Radha Madhav Ashtashaki on one side, Guru Parampara on the other side. This is Otulani Apurva Darshan. We have never seen. There's no other. Apurva Darshan. Apurva Mandir. From which the Sankirtan movement will be spread all over the world. Ishta Devata, when Prabhupada first began worshipping, when he arrived in New York and began Gita class, and then he began offering bell, offering bhoga, cutting apple, offering, bowing down. Ishta Devata, Panchatattva. Panchatattva picture. First worshipped deity in ISKCON. And then came Jagannath. Jagannath Swami ki. Raghunath Das is continuing. More mate. Pada dhori koraha prasad. Nirvigne chaitanya pai. Koro ashirbad. Place your feet on my head. More mate. Pada dhori. Place your feet on my head. Koraha prasad. Give me that mercy. By which, Prabhupada explaining, that I may achieve the shelter of Chaitanya Ma. Nirvigne Chaitanya Pai. Koro Ashirbad. Give me that benediction. When we meet an exalted Vaishnava, even for a few moments, we can seek the prasad, Ashirbad. This should be our prayer. You place your lotus feet on my head, and you bless me that I can get shelter at the Chaitanya Pai, that I can get the shelter of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then Nityananda Prabhu began to explain the Ashirbad that he's giving. Would you like to hear that? He said, you arranged the feast for all of the Vaishnavas. Since you arranged the feast, because you did Vaishnava Seva. Actually, after feeding all the Vaishnavas, Raghunath Das also arranged to give a donation to all of the servants of Nityananda Prabhu. And he explained that, that you don't tell Nityananda Prabhu now, but you tell him later. In this way, he served the Vaishnavas. Nityananda Prabhu is explaining, by his causeless mercy, he ate the chip rice. He came here personally to deliver you. Now rest assured that all of your impediments, all the impediments meant for your bondage are gone. And then he explained that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will place you under the charge of his secretary, Swarup Damodar. And thus you will become one of the most confidential internal servants and will attain shelter at the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. For this reason, Raghunath Das Goswami was given the name Swarupe Raghu, the Raghunath of Swarup Damodar. Actually, Nishchinta hoy jaha apane bhavan achide nirvigne pabe chaitanya charan. Nishchinta hoy. Be assured. Nishchinta, kona chinta nahi. Without doubt. Nishchinta hoy jaha apane bhavan. You go to your home, return to your home. Achide, very quickly. Nirvigne. Nirvigne, without any obstruction. Pabe chaitanya charan. You will get the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. After this instruction, Raghunath Das Goswami, he went home, and then shortly thereafter, an incident occurred. His Dikha Guru, Jadunandan Goswami, in the middle of the night came. Well, the Pujari is not doing the seva. Please, do something. Go and get that Pujari and get him to come and do the seva. Sound familiar? So Raghunath Das, he said, yes. He said, at that time he said to the Guru, he said to Jadunanda, yes, I will do it. I will do it. I will do. And as he's going off, all the watchmen, the cooks, the servant were all asleep, middle of the night. As he's going off, he begins to realize, now is my chance. Now is my chance. So he skipped the thing about finding the Pujari, and he skipped that. And he went. Not following the main road, he went through the village by village. When they said the next morning, they heard, he's gone. And all the family members, they're simply calling out, Raghunath, Raghunath, Raghunath. His father, Govardhan Majunda, he thought, this Sivananda Sain, I heard he is taking a party of Vaishnavas from Bengal to Puri. Raghunath is with them. He sent 10 men to retrieve him from the party of Sivananda Sain. Upon arriving there, Sivananda said, he's not with us. And they're looking. He's going the back road, village by village. And ultimately, he attained the shelter of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Actually, when you consider Chaitanya Sri Kaviraj Goswami's masterpiece, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Raghunath Das Goswami is very extensively described. We can consider Rup Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami. Very extensively described in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Today we just, a few aspects of his lila in Bengal. Then upon going to Jagannath Puri, the Bailagya that he demonstrated was incomparable. That's described extensively in Chaitanya Charitamrita. He remained in Puri for 15 years. And then after the departure of Gorshundo, then he went to Vrindavan. Raghunath Das Goswami. He remained in Vrindavan 40 years at Radha Kund and performed the most deep Hare Bhajan. It describes that in every day he would offer obeisances to Lord Hari at least 1,000 times. And he would offer obeisances to every Vaishnav. Dikshati Chit Pranati Vishcha Bhajantam Isham. He was a Rupa Anugami, Rupa Anuga. He was following Rupa and Sanatan. Next. He remained after they departed. And Raghunath Das Goswami, when Kaviraj Goswami came in his aged period of his life, he came to Radha Kund. There, from Raghunath Das, he heard the Leela of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. From Raghunath Das. Swarupe Raghu, the detailed diaries of Swarup Damodar, Mahaprabhu's personal secretary, were compiled. And Swarup Damodar, he narrated all of these intimate pastimes of Gaurachandra to Raghunath Das Goswami. And in this way he performed his meditation and bhajan in Radha Kund. And subsequently Raghunath Das, he instructed and he gave shelter to Kaviraj Goswami and inspired him and guided him in the writing of Chaitanya Charitamrita. What an important acharya. And at the end of every chapter of Chaitanya Charitamrita, Kaviraj Goswami writes, Shri Rupa Raghunatha Pade Jar Ash Chaitanya Charitamrita Kohe Krishna Das. Sri Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami ki, Raghunath Das Goswami ki. Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, also today, his disappearance day. He is one of the 6 Goswamis. Very dear to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, very dear to all the Vaishnavas. Raghunath Bhatta Goswami would recite Srimad Bhagavatam in such a sweet way that it would melt the heart of all the Vaishnavas. The tears that flowed from his eyes when he recited Srimad Bhagavatam drenched his Bhagavatam in tears. And this was the seva of Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, chanting, reciting Srimad Bhagavatam. He remained brahmachari whole life, and he resided in Vrindavan with the 6 Goswamis and worshipped Lord Hari. Sri Raghunath Das Goswami ki, Raghunath Bhatta Goswami ki, Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Shamaveta Gaud Bhakta Vrinda ki, Shishinitai Gauda Premanandi Hari Hari Bo. Thank you very much.